Om. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Shri Matre Namaha. ప్రియాత్మ బంధువులారా, మనం భగవద్గీత ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్పుకుంటూ వస్తున్నాం. ఇవాళ ఇది మనకి 55 సెషను, జూమ్ సెషను. పోయిన వారం మనం కొన్ని విషయాల గురించి చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఆఖరణ వై ఈజ్ గీత ప్రీచ్డ్ బట్ నాట్ ప్రాక్టీస్డ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా అని ఒక అతను అడిగాడు. దానికి మనం సమాధానం చెప్తాం. ఇప్పుడు we will start today's session with the question, what are your views about introducing Srimad Bhagavad Gita as a subject of study for school students? This is the question somebody has asked. So in fact, before actually giving my answer, I will give George Joseph in New York. He is a faculty member there. So I will give his view before giving my view. So what he says is, Gita study to be mandatory at Seton Hall University by George Joseph in New York. It was in 21st November 2008. The study of the Bhagavad Gita has become mandatory for every student joining Seton Hall University in New Jersey from this year. That means 2008. Seton Hall is an independent Catholic university under the Archdiocese of Newark, founded in 1856. This is unique, said A.D. Amar, Professor, Stillman School of Business, the driving force behind the decision. Nowhere there is a university-wide core program. The colleges decide on the core courses and generally oppose the university imposing core courses. But Seton Hall decided that all its students should learn the core courses. 1/3 of Seton Hall's more than 10,800 students are non-Christian. Many non-Catholics also study there. It has a significant number of Indian students. The core course is for all students, whatever the discipline. Seton Hall wanted to establish its identity by differentiation from other universities and decided to develop its own brand of university-wide core curriculum, Amar said. For its signature education in 2001, the university formed a core curriculum committee under the Faculty Senate's authority. In the year 2006, Amar became a member of the committee when they were drafting the content of the core courses. The university wanted a transformational course that will influence the character and life of its students. So, it wanted a course that seeks answers to perennial questions like the purpose of life, why are we here, where are we going, etc. as part of the course. Titled The Journey of Transformation, the course is taken during the freshman year and seeks to forge a community of conversation inspired to explore perennial questions central but not exclusive to the Catholic intellectual tradition. Amar told the committee that the Bible teaches only one way and that students should learn from older philosophies too. He suggested the inclusion of the Vedas and the Bhagavad Gita. The faculty consists of Muslims, Buddhists, Jews, in addition to Christians. Suggestions came to include the Quran also, Amar said. Finally, studying the Bible, the Gospels, specifically the Bhagavad Gita and Dante's The Divine Comedy were made part of the core course. The committee found the Vedas too difficult to understand. I was surprised at the openness of these people and the greatness of the Catholic community was evident, he said. In addition to these three subjects, individual instructors may add other material. Freshmen study it in the first semester and it is a 3-credit course. The translation of the Bhagavad Gita by Stephen Mitchell is the text. The faculty teaches it with additional training. None of the teachers is a Hindu. As a business professor, Amar is not teaching it, but helps others to learn it. The pilot course was started last year and students love it, he said. The second interdisciplinary signature course, Christianity and Culture in Dialogue, is more social, science-oriented, drawing and readings from Karl Marx and Friedrich Nietzsche, in addition to the writings of the Second Vatican Council. The third and final signature course, taken in a student's junior year, is intended to expand on the themes of the first two courses, but in a discipline-specific setting. Amar arrived at the United States as a foreign student from India in 1972. He taught at Montclair State University for some time. He has been a professor at Seton Hall since 1983. He has published over 70 works in journals and periodicals and also published books. He also serves as the faculty advisor for the Seton Hall Indian Students Association. He also contested in the Republican primary from the 7th Congressional District. Now, I am going to give my answer after this. This is the answer given earlier by our friend. Now, my answer is, this is a very important question in attempting to resurrect and rejuvenate India and Indian people. India was existing earlier as Bharatavarsam and Bharatakhandam in Jambudvipam. Its area was much larger than the present subcontinent. This land gave birth to 7 major religions of the world. All these and additionally another 5 more religions, total 12 religions are being practiced without even the slightest hitch to any single section of any one of these communities. That means these people have mastered the art of living together for many centuries. Further, India is practicing a secular democracy, which is guaranteeing religious freedom to all its citizens under Articles 25, 26, 27, and 28 of the Indian Constitution. So the country is being ruled with religious freedom fully guaranteed. This must allay the fears of any section of the society against teaching of Bhagavad Gita to students to make them better citizens of the country. Now, Bhagavad Gita is not a religious text and it does not subscribe to any particular religion, much less Hinduism. Hindus do not have a religious book as such, but they follow so many religious books such as Vedas 4, Puranas 18, Upanishads 108, Ramayana 6 Kandas, Mahabharatam 18 Parvas, Bhagavatam 12 Skandhas, Bhagavad Gita 700 slokas, etc. All these books are not being attempted to be taught to students, but only the Bhagavad Gita as it is free from any religious material. Bhagavad Gita tells about principles of human life, how to live dharmically and without indulging in unethical, illegal, and adharmic means. All these principles are equally applicable to all human beings without the tag of any religion. Simply because Hindus follow the dharmic principles enshrined in Bhagavad Gita The other religions should not treat Bhagavad Gita as a Hindu religious text. Its principles are meant for the welfare of the entire humanity, without reference to race, region, religion, language, country, continent, sex, etc. Bhagavad Gita has been translated into all major languages of the world, and it enjoys the widest popularity in all countries of the world. So there is no single reason to object introducing Bhagavad Gita in schools and colleges for study. So introducing study of Bhagavad Gita in schools and colleges will go a long way in forging the unity and integrity of India. No religion should have any objection for introducing Bhagavad Gita in schools and colleges, as it is not preaching any religion, but only living principles of life needed by all religions and the entire humanity. So I strongly and wholeheartedly support the idea of teaching the Bhagavad Gita for study by school students. Hari Om. Next question. Somebody is asking, how can I learn the concepts of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in a small span of time? My answer is, first read Bhagavad Gita by Swami Shivananda Saraswati in English, available in PDF format. Approach me after reading with your doubts at different or difficulties in practicing. Keep praying Lord Krishna. Without his grace, you can't understand the Bhagavad Gita. So next question is, which is a good English and preferably secularist version of the Bhagavad Gita to read for a person who is dipping his toes into spirituality for the first time? My answer is, you are asking a question as to which Bhagavad Gita I would recommend for a beginner. Number 1, options in decreasing order of priority, English. Number 2, Bhagavad Gita by Swami Shivananda Saraswati. Number 3, Gita Makarandam by Vidya Prakashanandagiri Swami. Number 4, Shankar Bhashyam, English translation. After reading one above, you can try 2 and 3 in that order. All are secular and all are written by Swamis who attained Siddhi, that is God's bliss, Godhood. No discoloration and misinterpretation of the original intent is the merit of the above books. So next question, somebody is asking, how much time would it take to read Gita? My answer is, reading Bhagavad Gita, only Parayanam or recitation of the text as such may take about 2.5 to 3.5 hours. But understanding of Bhagavad Gita will take more time, and practicing Bhagavad Gita may take even longer time. The day you understand Bhagavad Gita, your daily routine will get transformed for the better. You try to practice it on daily basis in your life. As you keep practicing Bhagavad Gita, new unexplored areas of life would get opened up, and you will become really human and humane and feel that you have a fulfilled life. So this is the effect of the Bhagavad Gita. So next, another person is asking question, can you please name some good books to understand the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita? My answer is, read Bhagavad Gita by Shivananda Saraswati Swami in English, Gita Vakarandam by Sri Vidya Prakashanandagiri Swami, Telugu, English, Srimad Bhagavad Gita by Sadguru Sri Maharshi Malayal Swami, Telugu, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mukti Sopanamu, Tatparya Sahita Vyakhyanam by Dr. Budde Sivakeshavam, Telugu. All the above books are written by authors after attaining Siddhi, and so they are correct interpretations of Bhagavad Gita, and you can easily understand them. Hari Om. Oh, I have tried Another person is asking the question, I have tried hard to find the relevant slokas in Gita which corresponds to Gita Sar. For example, whatever happened, it happened for good. Whatever is happening for good. Whatever that will happen, it will be like that. He gave a big question. Now my answer is, for example, for what happened in the past, you had no control. For what is happening now, you have no control. For what will happen in the future also, you will have no control. You did not bring anything into this world while coming. You are not taking from this world while going. Whatever you enjoyed, it is from here only. What you have lost to complain, what is yours today was somebody's yesterday. What is yours today will be somebody's tomorrow. Change of ownership is the order of the nature. Even the human body you are occupying does not belong to you. You are not the owner of your own body. You are only a tenant in your body. The present human body is your transit accommodation, my dear. When the owner asks you to vacate, you have to vacate and go. You have no options. Your human body is not a permanent abode for you. Once you vacate your present human body, there is no guarantee that you will be allotted again a human body to dwell in. There are 84 lakhs of model houses to house you, depending on what you deserve. By virtue of your past good deeds, you will be allotted and a suitable transit accommodation. All the 84 lakhs of transit accommodations are of purely temporary nature only. Nobody is a permanent owner here. The only place of permanent abode is the Paramapadam or Parandhamam or Nirvanam or Moksham. Naked you come, naked you go. In this long journey of yours, why do you live with so much apathy, jealousy, greed, anger, fear, ego, pomp, harshness, hatred, etc.? Why don't you live with love, affection, kindness, fraternity, politeness, catholicity, humility, gentleness, nobility, sympathy, empathy, etc.? What do you lose by being nice? Is not others' hunger like your hunger? Is not others' pain like your pain? Is not others' apprehension like your apprehension? Is not other man's comfort of sleep like yours? Swamiji summarized life's truths like above and called it Gita Sar. So if you read Bhagavad Gita and understand, you will get the above feelings. This is the Gita Sar. So that was my answer to that question. So next somebody is asking the question, which is the best English version of Bhagavad Gita? My answer is the best version of any type of commentary for Bhagavad Gita can be written in any language by only those who attained Siddhi or God's bliss. To understand even one sloka of Bhagavad Gita, you need God's grace. To understand the full text of Bhagavad Gita, the practitioner or the sadhaka must be blessed fully by God. Otherwise, it is impossible to fully understand and to be able to comment in a way people easily understand the commentary on Bhagavad Gita. Such people who are blessed by God can be counted on fingers. And from among those who are blessed by God, most of the blessed people wrote commentaries of Bhagavad Gita in their own mother tongue. Such commentaries by blessed people include Srimad Bhagavad Gita by Sadguru Maharshi Malayala Swami Telugu, Gita Makarandam by Vidya Prakasananda Giri Swami Telugu. English translation is available. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mukti Sopanamu Tatparishata Vyakyanamu by Dr. Vudde Shivakeshavam Telugu. Bhagavad Gita by Shivananda Saraswati English. So one can read the English version from above. All the above are the best commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Hariyo. So the next question somebody is asking, which is more inspiring, Bhagavad Gita or the Bible? My answer is, why do you need others' opinion, my dear? You read both and decide what is more inspiring to you. What inspires one may not inspire the other. It is always better to form your own individual opinion about religious matters. Hari Om. Next, somebody is asking the question, how can I recite Bhagavad Gita by heart, having 30 minutes in morning and evening each day to spare? My answer is, the duration of 30 minutes in morning and evening each day is a good amount of time. You can get the whole Bhagavad Gita by heart in a reasonable span of 1 to 2 years if you are casual, and 1 year if you are serious. You take up one chapter at a time. Give as many readings as possible within that 30 minutes interval. Don't go to next chapter until you get the whole chapter by heart. Then go to another chapter after mastering one chapter. Give as many readings as you can give within your 30 minutes time slot. Don't change the chapter until you master the full chapter. Like this, if you practice, you will be able to get the whole Gita by heart. After you are able to by heart one chapter, you must recite that by hearted chapter every day at least once. Otherwise, you will forget the chapter you had by hearted earlier. This is very important and essential. Once you recite one chapter fully, try to understand its meaning also. This helps in memorizing the chapter easily and also helps in remembering the full chapter without getting erased from your memory. By the time you complete by hearting entire Bhagavad Gita, you will also become an expert in Bhagavad Gita and also an exponent in Bhagavad Gita. Once you understand Bhagavad Gita fully, you would have changed a lot in your outlook, your assessment of this world, your empathy for others, your priorities in life, your attitude to sacrifice, your dedication and devotion to your duty, your resilience to griefs and shocks with equanimity, your interest in acquiring, adding divine qualities and jettisoning of devilish, demonic qualities, your true appraisal of the issues at hand, etc., etc. You will become a sadhu in white clothes. You will become closer to God. Of many, many millions of devotees who love God, you will be chosen by God as his closest of the loved ones, as given in Sloka 12-20 of Bhagavad Gita. I am reading for the benefit of viewers, Sloka 12-20 of Bhagavad Gita. Yetu dharmyamritamidam yadhoktam paryupasate shraddhadanam atparama bhaktaste ativa me priya. This is the Sloka 12-20. Meaning of the above sloka is, they, devotees, verily who follow this immortal dharma, that is doctrine or law, as described above in slokas 12-13 to 12-19, endowed with faith regarding me, that is God, as their supreme goal, they, that means devotees, the devotees are exceedingly dear to me. Better luck in your endeavors to by heart Bhagavad Gita completely. Hari Om. Next question somebody is asking, what is Bhagavad Gita for you? My answer is, Bhagavad Gita is my life. Bhagavad Gita is my love. Bhagavad Gita is my friend. Bhagavad Gita is my compass. Bhagavad Gita is my mentor. Bhagavad Gita is my kindly light. Bhagavad Gita is everything for me and my wife. Bhagavad Gita has unfolded the mysteries of this world, and we, myself and my wife, found that the Bhagavad Gita as the world's constitution based on which this world is being run. We are indebted to Bhagavad Gita for what all we have and achieved in this life. Hari Om. So next question somebody is asking, is Gita really true as it is written by a human, not by Krishna himself? It is a part of the Mahabharata, an epic written by a human. My answer is, in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna told in Sloka 10-37 as follows, Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandavanam Dhananjaya Muninam Apyaham Vyasaha Kavinam Ushina Kavihi. That is Sloka 10-37, which means that Muninam, among the sages, Aham, Vyasaha. That means I am Vyasa. Vrishninam, among the people born in Vrishni Vamsam, Vrishni clan, Vasudevosmi, I am Vasudeva, means Lord Krishna. Pandavanam, among the Pandavas, Dhananjaya, I am the Dhananjaya, means Arjuna. Lord Krishna, Narayana, and Arjuna, Nara, is the combination of Arjuna and Lord Krishna, was the incarnation of Naranarayanas during the Mahabharata time. You must understand this. Kavinam, among the Kavis, poets, Bhushana Kavihi, I am Sukracharya. That is what is told by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Shloka 10-37. So you can infer whether sage Vyasa is an ordinary human or divine, and who gave the poetic form to Bhagavad Gita. My dear, Vyasa is not an ordinary human being. He is sage exceeding sages. So, my dear questioner friend, until and unless you read the full text of Bhagavad Gita and understand it fully, people start getting all types of sundry, mundane, illogical, irrelevant doubts about Bhagavad Gita and its trueness and its constituent characters like Arjuna, Lord Krishna, Sage Vyasa, etc. May God forgive the questioners for their ignorance. So that is my answer. Next, somebody is asking the question, which book has the best translation of lessons from Bhagavad Gita? English. My answer is, most of the people who attend Siddhi are non-English knowing except two Swamis I know. They are Swami Shivananda Saraswati wrote Srimad Bhagavad Gita in English, and Sri Vidya Prakashananda Giri Swami wrote Gita Makarandam in Telugu, but English translation is available. One can also read Shankara Bhashyam to Bhagavad Gita if English translation is available. Another good book is Godardha Deepika by Madhusudana Saraswati in Sanskrit. I don't know if English translation is available or not. I have myself authored a book, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mukti Sopanamu, Tatparya Saita Vyakhyaanamu in Telugu by Dr. Udde Sivakeshavam. English translation is not available for this. So you can browse the following link for further details. Udde Sivakesham's answer to Is there a God? The scientists have the proof of his existence. So next somebody is asking another question. The President Abdul Kalam, was President Abdul Kalam inspired by Bhagavad Gita? My answer is, I don't know whether Dr. Kalam was inspired by Bhagavad Gita or not. But as his colleague, I know him as an inspired person who is single-minded, self-driven, goal-oriented, and he could accomplish many things in life much faster than many of his predecessors. Hari Om. Another question somebody is asking, is Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita same book? If not, what is the difference? My answer is, Mahabharata is a larger family story of Kuru clan consisting of 18 parvas or chapters and 1 lakh slokas. Bhagavad Gita occurs within Mahabharata in Bhishma Parvam and is a discourse given by Lord Sri Krishna to Arjuna, confined only to 700 slokas. When Arjuna was in a deluded state called moham or concentration, confined to a limited circle, that is a small circle of me, mine and limited vision, solely living for himself and his kith and kin, this amounts to a caged life. What is moha? Moha is nothing but ego, the root cause of all illusions and the sins humans commit. Moha envelops mind, intellect, and throws the soul into ignorance, which results in confusion and misery. So, to free a person from weakness and sorrow is to eradicate moha. Removal of moham. How do you do it? This could be done only when intellect is enlightened and the meaning of soul is understood in its true spirit by the individual. Lord Krishna enlightened Arjuna and preached him Bhagavad Gita to remove Arjuna's delusion, that is moham, and infatuation about his relatives, that they are all his kith and kin, and to kill them in war is heinous crime for the sake of Pandava's share of kingdom. Duty is supreme under all circumstances as per the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna preached Arjuna that one's duty is the highest and noblest of all the karmas that one should mandatorily do. As you are born as a Kshatriya, your bounden duty is to take part in the war, no matter whether you win or lose in the war. Thus spoke Lord Krishna to Arjuna. As a Kshatriya, it is Arjuna's duty to fight war, unmindful of the outcome of the war. By not doing one's duty, the individual begets papam, which results in getting avoidable sins. So by not participating in the war, Arjuna would go straight to hell. But by participating in the war, if Arjuna wins, he could enjoy the kingdom. And if he dies in war, he could go to heaven, as per Shloka 2-37 of Bhagavad Gita. I am reciting Shloka 2-37 for the benefit of the questioner. Hato va prapyase swargam, jitva va bhokshase mahim, tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya kritanishya. This is Shloka 2-37. Meaning of the above Shloka is, slain thou wilt obtain heaven, victorious thou wilt enjoy the earth. Therefore stand up, O son of Kunti, resolved to fight. When the delusion was thus removed by Lord Krishna, by preaching Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Arjuna's moham disappeared. And the same is confirmed by Arjuna himself in Shlokas 11-1 and 18-73. Now, for the benefit of the questioner, I am reading the Shloka 11-1. Arjuna Vavacha. Madanugrahaya paramam guksya madhyatma sanjitam yattayuktam vachastena mohoyam vigato mama. This is Shloka 11-1. Meaning I am giving now. Arjuna said, by this explanation of the highest secret concerning the self, which thou hast spoken out of compassion towards me, my delusion is gone. Commentary on the above Shloka. After hearing the glories of the Lord, Arjuna has an intense longing to have the wonderful cosmic vision of the Lord. Now, Shloka 18-73 of the Bhagavad Gita, I am reciting Arjuna Vavacha. Nashto mohaha smitir labdha tat prasadan mayachita. Vitosmigata sandehaha karishye vachanantava. This is Shloka 18-73. Meaning I am giving now. Arjuna said, destroyed is my delusion, as I have gained my memory, knowledge. Through thy grace, O Krishna, I am firm, my doubts are gone, I will act according to thy word. And later he, that is Arjuna, partook in war as his delusion disappeared and he emerged victorious by winning the Kurukshetra war. This is the difference between Mahabharatam and Bhagavad Gita. So next somebody is asking the another question. How do I read and apply Srimad Bhagavad Gita in real life? My answer is, read Bhagavad Gita on a daily basis. Say for 15, 30 or 60 minutes depending on convenience. Try to understand the meaning of each sloka and grasp the essence of each sloka. Follow those principles of Bhagavad Gita in daily life. Doing one's duty meticulously is itself a great service to God. God is pleased by people who do their duty perfectly. Here I want to digress a little. Every individual must understand that this is the role given by God to us in this human form. So we must do our duty wholeheartedly. God is pleased by people who do their duty perfectly. Doing official duty, a personal and professional duty alone is not enough. Conduct yourself with decency and dignity under all circumstances towards all your relations, colleagues, and society as per dharmic principles prescribed in your holy text. Pray to God as you like, any God of your choice, that is Ishtadevam, without fail. Remember that this world is being run by God and He is watching everybody's actions carefully always. So never do anything wrong, either publicly or privately. Help others to the extent possible. If you can't help, be passive, but never harm anybody. By thought, that is mind, by word of mouth, that is by talk, or by action, that is kriya. Be good and do good. Now, next question, somebody is asking, what pledges did God take from the Gita? My answer is, the Lord has made the following pledges to Arjuna and through Arjuna to all the devotees of the world during the course of preaching the sacred text of Bhagavad Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyuttanamadharmasya tadatmanam srujamiham. This is fourth sloka, this is seventh sloka in fourth chapter, that is 4-7. Its meaning is, whenever there is a decline of righteousness, O Arjuna, and rise of unrighteousness, then I manifest myself. That which elevates a man and helps him to reach the goal of life and attain knowledge is dharma, that is righteousness. That which drags him into worldliness is unrighteousness. That which helps a man to attain liberation is dharma. That which makes him irreligious is adharma or unrighteousness. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge. This is sloka 4-8. I am giving the meaning now for the sloka 4-8. For the protection of the good, for the destruction of the wicked, and for the establishment of righteousness, I, that is God, am born in every age. That is the meaning of sloka 4-8. Now I am reciting sloka 8-7. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yuddha cha mayarpita mano buddhir mame vaishyatya samshayaha. That is sloka 8-7. Therefore, meaning I am giving now. Therefore, at all times remember me, God. Only and fight. Do your duty. What mind and intellect fixed or absorbed in me, God, thou shalt doubtless come to me alone. So that is the meaning of sloka 8-7. Now I am reciting sloka 8-16. Abrahma bhavana loka punaravartinodjana mamupechyata kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. That is sloka 8-16. Meaning of the above sloka is as under. All the worlds, that is lokas, including the world of Brahma, that is Brahmalokam, are subject to return again, O Arjuna. But he who reaches me, that is God, O son of Kunti, has no rebirth. So that is the meaning of sloka 8-16. Now I am reciting sloka 9-22. These are all the pledges God has taken during the course of the Bhagavad Gita. I am reciting one by one. These are selected by me. So I am reciting 9-22. Ananya chintayanto mam yedana paryupasate tesham nityabhayuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. That is sloka 9-22. Its meaning is, to those men, devotees who worship me, that is God, alone, thinking of no other, of those ever united, I secure what is not already possessed and preserve what they already possess. Now next sloka is 11-55. Matkarma krunmat paramo madbhakta sangavadjitah nirvairas sarvabhuteshu yasamame iti pandava. The meaning of the sloka, this is sloka 11-55. I am giving the meaning of the sloka 11-55. He who does all actions for me, that is God, who looks upon me as the supreme, who is devoted to me, who is free from attachment, who bears enmity towards no creature, he comes to me. That is God, O Arjuna. So this is the meaning of Sloka 11-55. This is the essence of the whole teaching of the Gita. He who practices this teaching attains supreme bliss and immortality. Such a one realizes him, that is God, and enters into his being, becoming completely one with him, that is God. This verse contains a summary of the entire Bhagavad Gita philosophy. Now, next sloka is 12-20. I am reciting. Ye tu dharmyamritamidam yadoktam paryupasate shraddhadana matparama bhaktaste ativa me priya. This is sloka 12-20. Its meaning is as follows. Then verily who follow this immortal dharma, that is doctrine or law, as described above in slokas 12-13 to 12-19, endowed with faith regarding me, that is God, as their supreme goal, they, that is devotees, are exceedingly dear to me. So God, in fact, disclosed his mind who are those devotees which are exceedingly dear to God in this sloka 12-20. Next is sloka 18-64. सर्वगुक्षतमं भूय शृणु मे परमं वचः इष्टोऽसि मे दृढमिति ततो वक्ष्यामि ते हितम्. That is sloka 18-64. Its meaning is, hear thou again my supreme word, most secret of all, because thou art dearly beloved of me. I will tell thee what is good. Next sloka is 18-65. I am reciting now. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyashi satyante pratijane priyosmi. That is sloka 18-65. Now its meaning is as under. Fix thy mind on me, that is God. Be devoted to me, that is God. Sacrifice to me, that is God. Bow down to me, that is God. Thou shalt come even to me, that is God. Truly do I promise unto thee, for thou art dear to me. So this is the pledge God has given to his devotees. He will really, if you are totally dedicated to him, he will make you as great as God. This is the meaning of that sloka. And he is telling over and above all the above slokas. One concluding sloka, 18-66. I am reciting that now. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam charanam vraja ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mascha. This is sloka 18-66. Its meaning is as under. Abandoning all duties, take refuge in me, that is God alone. I will liberate thee, that is devotee, from all sins. Grieve not, is the meaning of sloka 18-66. That means those devotees who do their duty, unmindful of anything else, and keeping everything, surrendering to God, they will attain godliness. This is the meaning. So I repeat God's promise. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam charanam vraja ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mascha. That is sloka 18-66. So please take advantage of these promises made by God. Hari Om. Next, somebody is asking the question, is Bhagavad Gita a non-religious text? So my answer to that is, Bhagavad Gita is a 100% non-religious book. I am given to understand that there is a ruling also by Supreme Court of India to that effect that Bhagavad Gita is a non-religious book. As a person practicing Bhagavad Gita and having understood its concept very clearly, I can also state that among 701 slokas of Bhagavad Gita, there is no mention of any religion in even a single sloka. Anybody showing any reference of religion even to a single sloka before me, I will personally present from my pocket rupees 1 lakh rupees. I am promising, I am making a promise. That was the challenge I threw earlier. I am throwing again to the readers of Bhagavad Gita, to the listeners of Bhagavad Gita, to the practitioners of Bhagavad Gita. So, anyone who shows any reference to any single sloka about religion or religious context in 701 slokas of the Bhagavad Gita, anytime I will reward him or her with rupees 1 lakh. And I further request the readers that they should read and understand the Bhagavad Gita with unbiased mind. They will definitely understand that the Bhagavad Gita is not at all a religious book. It is a book meant for the welfare of the entire humanity, making Arjuna only instrumental in the process. People unnecessarily, they are, attributing all motives to Bhagavad Gita as a religious book because mostly it is Hindus who follow Bhagavad Gita. But I am telling you again, Bhagavad Gita is not at all a religious book of Hindus. It is a sacred book meant for the entire humanity. So please understand this. So if anybody who is able to find that there is a reference to any religion among these 701 slokas, please send your complete postal address along with PIN number of your findings of the religious nature of the Bhagavad Gita to me to enable me arrange for payment of rupees 1 lakh. Hari Om. Next question somebody is asking, how can I read Bhagavad Gita easily? Is there any easy way through which I can easily understand? My answer is, many people read Bhagavad Gita, but they don't understand on the one hand, and even if they understand, they don't practice it in life. Full results are realized when you practice Bhagavad Gita in your daily life. As you have expressed your desire to purify yourself from past mistakes, I will tell you a simple rule to purify yourself. Follow them in daily life. An ounce of practice is worth a ton of precept. Don't harm anybody in life by thought, word, and by an act. Don't harm any animal or any living creature by beating, injuring, or killing. Offer at least 5 to 10% of your earnings to less fortunate, needy, and deserving people. If you can't offer food for humans and many others offer little food for crows or grains for birds, doves, etc. Read Bhagavad Gita 1 chapter or 3 or 6 chapters daily and after bath and wearing fresh clothes. Offer pranams to Lord Sri Krishna and Gita Mata and your Ishtadaivam. That is God you like, both before and after reading the Bhagavad Gita. Understand Bhagavad Gita to the best of your effort. If your effort is sincere, some way will be shown by Lord Sri Krishna himself to make you understand Bhagavad Gita. You will get a good Gita, Bhagavad Gita yourself through somebody. Have faith in God and be good and do good always. I have told you in a nutshell what all you have to do to realize ultimate goal of life. Next question somebody is asking, what is the best book to understand the true essence of the Bhagavad Gita? My answer is, read Gita Makarandam by Vidya Prakasha Anandagiri Swami, available in Hindi and English. You will understand Bhagavad Gita fully, I am assuring you. Next question somebody is asking, what are some truly fascinating lessons from holy books like Bhagavad Gita, Bible, Quran, etc.? My answer is, the truly fascinating lessons from Bhagavad Gita are, everybody has got a right to live. You live and let live others. Nobody is permanent here. Everybody goes, and some early, some late. While going, nobody takes anything physically from this world. They leave everything they earned here: degrees, certificates, awards, rewards, money, wealth, house, wife, children, etc. Why then we don't realize this truth? Early realization of this truth leads to God's bliss and peace. Get it early. Live like God. So next somebody is asking the question, where can I find most accurate book on Srimad Bhagavad Gita? My answer is, Bhagavad Gita is a celestial song sung by Lord Sri Krishna. It is not a book, and its authenticity is unquestionable. It consists of 701 slokas, verses, written in Sanskrit. This text is sacrosanct, but by reading this text, only highly learned Sanskrit scholars can decipher its meaning. Even here, different scholars have understood the text differently, as the text is supposed to be a summary of Mahabharata, consisting of 1 lakh slokas. The Mahabharata itself is the summary of 18 Puranas, 9 Vyakaranas, and 4 Vedas. From 1 lakh slokas of Mahabharata, the essence is extracted in the form of Bhagavad Gita, which merely contains 700 slokas. As so much meaning is condensed in these 700 slokas, different scholars and pandits gave different interpretations to each sloka of Bhagavad Gita as per their scholarliness. So commentaries or interpretation of Bhagavad Gita may vary, but the original text of Bhagavad Gita remains the same as it was preached by Lord Sri Krishna to Arjuna, the Pandava at a very crucial time, that is wartime. And the Bhagavad Gita contains essential do's and don'ts of life, that is principles of humans. However, the commentaries of learned self-realized souls only could give commentaries close to what God originally intended in his preachings. So you read only such commentaries given by self-realized Swamis. I commented on such authentic commentaries earlier in other answers of my these Zoom sessions. Please refer to them. Please refer to their details. Now, another question somebody is asking, why should one read Srimad Bhagavad Gita? My answer is, one should and must read Srimad Bhagavad Gita for the following reasons. Why are we being born without our initiative? Are our father and mother the real reasons for our birth? If they were the reasons why it did not happen they wanted, parents had no role in determining my sex, male or female. Parents had no role in determining my skin complexion. Parents had no role in determining my level of intelligence. Parents had no role in determining my health parameters. Parents can't tell as to who would be my life partner till the last minute, and also I have no role about my life. Without usual ups and downs, there is uncertainty at every stage. I can't dictate my life the way I want. Who is controlling my life in all walks of my life? It looks I am doing everything myself, but things are not happening the way I want. Is someone remotely controlling all through my life? When I inquire with friends, they are also telling the same thing, that things are not happening the way they want. That is, my friends want. My father is struggling to make both ends meet because all his expectations are going awry. My mother is also complaining that nothing is happening the way she wanted. When I discuss with friends, they are also confirming that their personal experiences and family experiences are similar. They say pleasure in life is there, but pain is more. Pleasure is 1/3 and pain is 2/3. Pleasure is 33.3%, but pain is 66.7%. Pleasure is knee-deep, but pain is neck-deep. There is uncertainty every moment in everybody's life, and nobody seems to be really free from all problems. Everybody seems to be having some problem or the other. They are not prepared to publicly share their problems. In effect, nobody seems to be free from problems. Some are having more problems, some are having less problems, but all are having some problems or the other. I have come to the conclusion that someone else is running our life by proxy. I tried to find who is that person who is running my life in absentia. I read a lot of books to find the real reason. I consulted many people and friends to know the real reason. Finally, I found answers to all my questions in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I came to the firm conclusion that this world is being run in accordance with the preordained dictums. This was confirmed when I read Gita-jnanam-upasritya trin lokan palayameham, being told by Lord Sri Mahavishnu to Mother Earth in Varaha Purana. That means, based on the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, I am ruling all the three worlds, as told by Lord Sri Mahavishnu to Mother Earth in Varaha Purana. You too can find all answers to your questions in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. When Bhagavad Gita could provide all rules required for Lord Sri Mahavishnu to run all the three worlds, then Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the panacea to all human problems. Read, understand, get enlightened, and enjoy absolute bliss in this life itself through Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I hope now it is clear as to why one should read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Next question somebody is asking, if God exists, then why don't God bless to Indians, though Indians are most religious in the world? My answer is, we have raised a relevant issue. There is no doubt about the existence of God. But you can't butter the God. God does not go by sycophancy or eulogy. God is not flattered by prayers or being highly religious. God does not differentiate between India and non-India. God wants humanness and humaneness being displayed by all people, irrespective of their origin. God wants all people to display mercy and charity. God wants everybody to do his duty perfectly. God does not like dereliction of duty in any sphere of life by anybody. God wants every mother to look after her child with tender care. God wants every mother to look after her husband with love and affection. God wants every mother to look after her daughter-in-law as she looks after her own daughter. God wants every mother to look after her mother-in-law as her own mother. God wants every mother to look after her all children with equal love and affection. God wants every mother to be prepared for any sacrifice in respect of her husband. God wants every mother to assume the role of the head of the family if circumstances warrant. God wants every mother to safeguard her fidelity under all circumstances. God wants every mother not to envy neighbors or others' wealth. God wants every mother not to read adharmic path, not to tread adharmic path under any circumstances. God wants every mother to show catholicity to all the people to the extent possible and discrimination towards none. God wants everybody, father, son, daughter, son-in-law, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, neighbor, friend, guru, shishya, teacher, students, etc., people of all denominations, to be like the mother described above. If everybody, every Indian behaves like mother as depicted above, he, God, would keep any country, not only India, on a very high pedestal. God is interested in your and everybody's dharmic behavior. All people of all religions and all religions are equal to God. The day India becomes dharmic in all respects, India will be on top. The days are not far off. Of late, India is becoming more and more dharmic. Have confidence and exude patience. Soon, India will emerge as a superpower. So, I think I will stop here for today. My dear friends, I will pray God to forgive me for what all mistakes I made. Oh. యదక్షరపదభ్రష్టం మాత్రాహీనం చ యద్భవేత్ తత్సర్వం క్షమ్యతాం దేవ పరమేశ నమోస్తుతే. హరి ఓం తత్సత్.
హరి ఓం. హరి ఓం. హరి ఓం.
హరి ఓం. ఏం
Everything is
వెంకటరత్నం?
good. Everything is very good అండి. Everything is very good. Recording has also come nicely.
బాగా వచ్చిందా?
బాగా వచ్చిందండి. బాగా వచ్చిందా? ఇవాళ మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఒక అమ్మాయి జాయిన్ అయిందండి, మేఘన అని.
అమ్మా
మేఘన అని మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఒక అమ్మాయి జాయిన్ అయిందండి కాల్లో.
మేఘనానా?
మేఘన.
ఓకే. ఎక్కడ పని చేస్తుంది?
బెంగళూరులో ఉంటానండి. నమస్తే అండి.
నమస్తే తల్లి. బెంగళూరులో ఏం చేస్తున్నావమ్మా?
విఎల్ఎస్ఐ ఇండస్ట్రీ అండి, సెమీ కండక్టర్ రిలేటెడ్ కంపెనీ
వెరీ గుడ్.
పని చేస్తున్నాను.
ఇంకా చెప్పు తల్లి.
అంటే వెంకటరత్నం గారు, ఇది జాయిన్ అవుతున్నానంటే నేను భగవద్గీత గురించి ఎక్కువ అంటే నాకు ఇంకా నా లైఫ్ లోకి ఇంకా ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవ్వలేదండి. జనరల్ గా లలితా సహస్రనామము, సౌందర్య లహరి ఇలా నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను.
అన్ని చెప్పేది ఒకటేనమ్మా.
ఒకటే.
అదే చెప్తుంది, సౌందర్య అదే చెప్తుంది, నువ్వు ఏది తీసుకున్నా అదే చెప్తుంది. కాకపోతే భగవద్గీతలో ఏంటంటే లైఫ్ లెసన్స్ ఇచ్చాడు. మనం జీవితం ఎలా గడపాలనేది ఇచ్చాడు. లైఫ్ లెసన్స్ అన్ని క్రోడీకరించి ఇచ్చాడు. అర్జునుడు అంతటి వాడు. అర్జునుడు ఈజ్ నాట్ అన్ ఆర్డినరీ పర్సన్ కదా. ఈజ్ వారియర్ అండ్ హీజ్ ది ప్రిన్స్.
అవును, అవును.
అటువంటి వాడికి ఏంటంటే మైండ్ డిస్టర్బ్ అయిపోయి యునో ఈ గట్ ఐ మీన్ ఈ ఎంటర్డ్ ఇంటూ ఏ రాంగ్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ కంక్లూజన్.
కరెక్ట్.
ఆయనకి అంత ఆయన ఏమన్నాడు? నకాంక్షే విజయం కృష్ణ నచ రాజ్యం సుఖాని చ కిం నో రాజ్యేన గోవింద కిం భోగై జీవితేనవ. నాకు ఈ రాజ్యం వద్దు, ఈ సుఖం వద్దు, రాజ్యం నేను గెలిస్తే దాంతో వచ్చే సుఖం వద్దు, నాకేమి వద్దు అన్నాడు. అన్నాడు, వారి పిచ్చోడా, నువ్వు క్షత్రియుడివి. క్షత్రియుడి డ్యూటీ ఏంటి? ప్రజల్ని రక్షించాలి. వాళ్ళ ఆపదల్లో ఉంటే వాళ్ళని రక్షించాలి. ఇప్పుడు యుద్ధం వచ్చింది, యుద్ధంలో నువ్వు యుద్ధం చేసి వాళ్ళని రక్షించాలి. నువ్వు యుద్ధం చేయనంటావేంటి అని అప్పుడు పరమాత్మ చెప్తాడు, హతోవా ప్రాప్తిసే స్వర్గం. చచ్చిపోయావనుకో నీకు స్వర్గలోకం వస్తుంది. జిత్వావా భోక్షసే మహిం. బతికావనుకో, గెలిచావనుకో నీకు రాజ్యం వస్తుంది భోగించడానికి. జిత్వావా భోక్ష తస్మాదుత్తిష్ట కౌంతేయ యుద్ధాయ కృతనిశ్చయం. కాబట్టి లేచి యుద్ధం చేయి అని చెప్తాడు. అని చెప్పి అప్పుడు అర్జునుడికి చాలా సందేహాలు వస్తాయి. అవన్నీ భగవద్గీత మనం చదివితే అర్థం అవుద్ది. ఆ సందేహాలన్నీ తీర్చాడు. తీర్చిన తర్వాత అప్పుడు అర్జునుడు నువ్వేం చెప్తే అది చేస్తానంటాడు. ఫైనల్ గా అంటాడు, నీ ఇష్టం, నువ్వేం చెప్తే అది చెయ్యి, ఇదేచ్చేసి తథాకురు అంటాడు. నీకు ఎట్లా ఇష్టం ఉంటే అట్లా చెయ్యి అని అంటాడు. కానీ నువ్వు కంపల్సరీగా యుద్ధం చేయమని చెప్పడం.
అవునవును.
అప్పుడు అర్జునుడు కరిష్యే వచనంతవా, నువ్వు ఎట్లా చెప్తే అట్లా చేస్తానంటాడు. అయితే గాంధీవిని తీసుకో యుద్ధం చేయమంటాడు. యుద్ధం చేస్తాడు, అర్జునుడు గెలుస్తాడు. సో అదంతా నువ్వు భగవద్గీత చదివితే చదువు. తెలియకపోతే వెంకటరత్నం దగ్గర నా నంబర్ తీసుకుని నాకు కాంటాక్ట్ లో రా అమ్మా, నేను చెప్తాను. సో ఇది మనమంతా అసలు చదవుకోకుండా వీళ్ళు ఏం చేశారంటే మనకి ఏవేవో నేర్పుతున్నారమ్మా. నేను ఇంజనీరింగ్ చదివా. ఇంజనీరింగ్ లో మనం చదివిన నాలెడ్జ్ లో 2% కూడా వాడము తల్లి లైఫ్ లో. నేను అనుకున్నామండి, ఏంటి ఎంత చదివామో ఏమైపోయింది. అండ్ ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ ఐ హ్యాడ్ టు వర్క్ ఇన్ అన్ ఏరియా విచ్ ఐ లెఫ్ట్ ఇన్ మై చాయిస్ డ్యూరింగ్ మై గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే.
నేను గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఒక ఆయన చెప్పిన పంతులు సరిగ్గా చెప్పలే నాకు. అది అర్థం కాక వదిలేసాను నేను. కానీ లైఫ్లో ఇట్ సో హ్యాపెన్ దట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు మాస్టర్ దట్ ఏరియా అండ్ ఐ వర్క్డ్ మై ఎంటైర్ లైఫ్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్ దట్ ఏరియా. చూసావా? బట్ ఐ బికేమ్ ఎ మాస్టర్ లేటర్ ఇన్ దట్ ఏరియా. సో అట్లానే మనకి వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే మనకి భగవద్గీతని గురించి అసలు ఏమి చెప్పుకోకుండా, మన ధర్మాన్ని గురించి ఏమి చెప్పుకోకుండా ఏవేవో చెప్తున్నారు పాఠాలు.
అవునవును.
దాంట్లో మనకి వి రియల్లీ డోంట్ నో వాట్ టు డూ.
ట్రూ.
ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి ఆఫీసులో చేరిన తర్వాత అన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్సే. అయితే ఒకసారి నేను మా నాన్న దగ్గరికి అంటే మా ఊరు వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మా నాన్న అడిగాడు నన్ను, బాబు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నావు అన్నాడు. ఏం బాగోలేదన్నా. "ఆ?" ఆయన హీ వాజ్ షాక్డ్. ఏం బాబు, ఎందుకు డబ్బులు రావట్లేదు అన్నాడు. డబ్బులు కాదన్న, మరేంటి అన్నాడు. ఏంటంటే నేను అన్నాను, ఏమో ఏం చెప్పావో ఏమో, నువ్వు చెప్పిన ఏమి నడవట్లేదన్నా. అదేంట్రా, ఏమో నేను మంచి బుద్ధులు చెప్పలేదా అన్నాడు. ఏమో ఏం చెప్పావో ఏమో, ఏమి నడవట్లేదన్నా. అప్పుడు అన్నాడు మా నాన్న, నన్ను నా కళ్ళు తెరిపించాడు. మంచితనంగా ఉండటం అంత తేలికైతే లోకం అంతా మంచిగానే ఉంటుందిరా బాబు. మంచిగా ఉండటం అంత తేలిక కాదు. అయినా నువ్వు మంచిగానే ఉండన్నాడు. అప్పుడు తెలిసింది నాకు. అంటే నేను అప్పుడు దాకా అనుకున్నాను అంత మనలాగానే ఉంటారు, అంత నిర్రీతిగానే ఉంటారు, అంత స్ట్రైట్ ఫార్వర్డ్ గానే ఉంటారు, ఆ? అంత సిన్సియర్ గానే ఉంటారు అనుకున్నా. బట్ మై ఫాదర్ ఓపెన్ మై ఐస్. లోకం అంతా అట్లా ఉండదని చెప్పేశాడు, తేల్చి చెప్పేశాడు. మంచితనంగా ఉండడం అంత తేలికైతే లోకం అంతా మంచిగానే ఉంటుందిరా బాబు అన్నాడు. అని నువ్వు మాత్రం మంచిగానే ఉండు అన్నాడు. నేను అట్లానే ఉన్నందుకు దైవం కూడా కరుణించాడు. ఉమ్, సో నువ్వు కూడా ఎర్లీ లైఫ్ లో ఎంటర్ అయ్యావు. వదలకో.
అలాగే
ఉమ్,
అండి.
బాగా చదువుకో. ఉమ్, ఇంకేం వెంకటరత్నం?
అంతే అండి.
ఉమ్, సో ముగిద్దామా?
తప్పకుండా అండి, తప్పకుండా.
ఓకే, హరి ఓం.
హరి ఓం.